the arena that held 50,000 people and inspired Olympic medals. Gladiators, mock naval battles, underground elevators. Later, a church and a fortress. The Colosseum has lived many lives. 1. For many years, the Colosseum appeared on the medals of the Summer Olympic Games, based on a design by Giuseppe Casilli. If modern sports seem exciting, the spectacles of ancient Rome were even more intense. This magnificent circular arena was commissioned by Emperor Vespasian and completed by his son Titus. Unlike earlier theaters built into hillsides, the Colosseum stood entirely on its own, an architectural marvel. Constructed from stone and concrete, its arches and vaults could accommodate up to 50,000 spectators. Gladiatorial contests, exotic animals, and even staged naval battles thrilled the crowds. Underground elevators and hidden trapdoors allowed scenes to change in an instant. 2. During the Middle Ages, the Colosseum found new purposes, first as a church and later as a fortress. Over the centuries, it suffered from lightning strikes, earthquakes, and pollution. Large quantities of travertine and marble were removed and reused to build palaces, fortifications, and churches. This practice, known as spolia, integrated parts of the Colosseum into the growing city of Rome. Only much later did systematic preservation efforts begin. 3. Today, the Colosseum is a protected UNESCO World Heritage Site. It attracts millions of visitors every year and remains one of Italy's most iconic landmarks. It is more than just a ruin. It is a testament to the glory, brutality, ingenuity, and resilience of ancient Rome, a structure that refuses to disappear. The Colosseum was engineered so efficiently that spectators could find their seats within minutes. Dozens of numbered entrances helped organize the flow of visitors, and many modern stadiums still use similar crowd management principles. Construction of the amphitheater began around 72 AD and took approximately 8 years to complete. Thousands of workers, craftsmen, and engineers contributed to what is still regarded as one of the greatest achievements of Roman architecture. The structure was not originally known as the Colosseum. It was first called the Flavian Amphitheater, after the dynasty of emperors who built it. The name Colosseum is believed to have been inspired by the gigantic bronze statue of Emperor Nero that once stood nearby. Its exterior walls were clad in bright travertine stone, making the building gleam in the sunlight. Today's visitors see only a fraction of its former splendor, as many decorative elements have been lost over the centuries. The arena floor was once made of thick wooden planks covered with sand. The sand absorbed blood spilled during combats. In fact, the word arena comes from the Latin harina, meaning sand. Beneath the arena lay an underground complex known as the hypogeum. It housed gladiators, animals, scenery, and sophisticated machinery. At the right moment, platforms could lift people or beasts directly onto the stage, creating dramatic surprise appearances. Supplying exotic animals required massive expeditions across the Roman Empire. Lions, leopards, tigers, bears, crocodiles, elephants, and even rhinoceroses were brought to Rome from distant lands. Although many believe all gladiators were slaves, this is not entirely true. Some free men volunteered to become gladiators in pursuit of money, fame, and public recognition. The games were not held every day. Preparing the spectacles required enormous resources, and festivals could last for several consecutive days, featuring animal hunts, theatrical performances, and the execution of condemned criminals. Historians estimate that the celebrations marking the opening of the Colosseum lasted about 100 days. Numerous spectacles were staged to demonstrate the wealth and power of the Roman Empire. The upper tiers were reserved for ordinary citizens, while the best seats near the arena belonged to senators, priests, and members of the elite. Seating arrangements strictly reflected the social hierarchy of Roman society. Above the audience stretched an enormous fabric canopy known as the velarium. It was operated by specially trained sailors skilled in handling ropes and sails. The canopy protected spectators from the scorching sun and made attending events far more comfortable. At certain spectacles, food, coins, and commemorative gifts were distributed to the crowd free of charge. This formed part of the emperor's strategy to win public favor and create a festive atmosphere. Despite centuries of destruction, roughly 2/3 of the original structure has been lost. Even so, what remains continues to impress visitors with its immense scale. Nearly 2,000 years later, the Colosseum remains one of the most recognizable symbols of the ancient world. Today, the Colosseum is illuminated on special occasions and also serves as an international symbol in the campaign against capital punishment. When a country abolishes the death penalty or commutes a death sentence, the monument's lighting may change color in recognition of that event. Researchers continue to study the monument using advanced technologies, including laser scanning and 3D modeling. These methods help reveal how Roman engineering worked and what the Colosseum looked like during its golden age. Many of the Colosseum's architectural innovations, multi-level seating, radial passageways, efficient evacuation systems, and carefully planned crowd circulation, have influenced the design of modern sports stadiums around the world. Nearly 2,000 years later, the ideas of Roman engineers continue to shape contemporary arena construction.